Hello students, in this class we are discussing the use of amine salts as phase transfer catalysts. The use of amine salts as phase transfer catalysts. Okay, and before going to start the discussion, first we have to know what is this phase transfer catalyst. Phase transfer catalyst, which we can write in short as capital PTC. Phase transfer catalyst is a catalyst that facilitates the migration of a reactant from one phase to one phase into another phase where where the reaction occurs. This is the definition for PTC, that is a phase transfer catalyst. This phase transfer catalyst is a catalyst that facilitates, means it helps the migration of a reactant from one phase into another phase where the reaction can occur or where the reaction is possible. Okay, and the process is called phase transfer catalysis. The process is called what? Phase transfer catalysis. And this phase transfer catalysis is a special type of heterogeneous catalysis. This phase transfer catalysis is a special type of heterogeneous catalysis. Okay, and we can use some of the examples here as a phase transfer catalysis. Here I will write C8H17 3 times N plus CH3 minus. It is a methyl trioctyl ammonium chloride. And another example we can write, the second example, C6H5 CH2 N plus CH3 thrice Cl minus. This is benzyl trimethyl ammonium chloride. These two are the examples of phase transfer catalysts, and here we are using amine salts. Here we are replacing all the hydrogens of ammonium ion, that is NH4 plus ion, by the different substituents, and it is forming a salt, amine salts. Okay, and in phase transfer catalysis, the hydrocarbon group is there. Hydrocarbon group being organic, it is soluble in non-polar organic solvents. Here we can see in these two, the hydrocarbon group, that is the CS3 trice and C6H5NH2 in this one, and CH3 CH8 C8H11 3 times N. These hydrocarbon groups being organic part, they can be easily soluble in non-polar organic solvents, and because of their ionic nature, it is very important. Because of their ionic nature, see here plus is there, here minus is there, okay, and because of this ionic nature, these PTCs are also soluble in aqueous phase. Because of this reason only they are using as a phase transfer catalysis. Here see the amine salts which are having organic part, this all is an organic part. CS3 tries N, C6H5 CH2 is there na? It is all an organic part, and as it is an organic part, it can soluble in organic solvents, and it is having charges plus and minus. It is ionic in nature, and as it is ionic in nature, it can also soluble in aqueous phase, okay. And we can see some of the reactions involving quaternary ammonium salts as phase transfer catalyst. The first one, quaternary ammonium salt which can act as a phase transfer catalyst, here we are using is this benzyl trimethyl ammonium chloride for the nucleophilic substitution reaction. In nucleophilic substitution reaction, we can use any of these two PTCs. For example, the reaction between C8H17Br, that is octyl bromide, as it is organic halide, it can soluble in organic phase. The reaction of this one with sodium cyanide, as this sodium cyanide is an ionic compound, it can soluble in aqueous phase. Here OP stands for organic phase, AP stands for aqueous phase, okay. And for this we can use C6H5 CH2 N CH3 3 Cl minus, that is a benzyl trimethyl ammonium chloride as a phase transfer catalyst, and the reaction will result in the formation of C8H17Cn, that is octyl cyanide. This octyl cyanide can be soluble in organic phase, and it liberates sodium bromide which can be soluble in aqueous phase. This is one example for the use of amine salts as a phase transfer catalyst. The second one we can write in Williamson ether synthesis. The reaction between CS3ONa, that is a sodium methoxide. This sodium methoxide being ionic in nature, it is soluble in aqueous phase, and the reaction of this one with C2H5Br, that is ethyl bromide, and this is being organic, it can soluble in organic phase. Here we can use C6H5 CH2 N plus CH3 thrice Cl minus as a phase transfer catalyst, and here we will get CH3O C2H5. This is methoxy ethane. This sodium bromide is soluble in aqueous phase, and this methoxy ethane being organic, it can soluble in organic phase. Okay, and here we can study the mechanism for this amine salts use as a phase transfer catalyst. We can study the mechanism for this use of amine salts as a phase transfer catalyst. See, I am writing the general reaction involving the reaction of alkyl halide with sodium cyanide. Sodium cyanide. This alkyl halide being organic, it is soluble in organic phase. Then this sodium cyanide being ionic, it is soluble in aqueous phase. And here I am using phase transfer catalyst and Q plus X minus. Here Q stands for quaternary ammonium ion, and with this X minus it is becoming a salt. Okay, Q plus X minus represents quaternary ammonium salt, and it results in the formation of alkyl cyanide and sodium halide. This sodium halide being ionic, it is soluble in aqueous phase and it is soluble in organic phase. And here we are going to study the mechanism by this chart. See, this is an organic phase and this is an aqueous phase. Okay, and it is an interface between these two phases, organic phase and it is an aqueous phase, and it is an interface between these two phases. And here we are studying the heterogeneous system. We are studying in heterogeneous system. Okay, and for this reaction, this is the main reaction. For this reaction, this is soluble in aqueous phase, and this alkyl halide, one of the reactant alkyl halide, is soluble in organic phase. And that I am writing here, this sodium cyanide can be written as Na plus Cn minus, correct? As it is ionic in nature, we can write like this one. And when the PTC, that is quaternary ammonium salt, Q plus X minus, this PTC, quaternary ammonium salt, is added, PTC is added to this reaction medium, it will react with this sodium cyanide. Why this quaternary ammonium salt is soluble in aqueous phase? As it is ionic in nature, it is soluble in aqueous phase also, and therefore it can react with this sodium cyanide, and it results in the formation of Q plus Cn minus plus Na plus, this Na will now combine with this X minus. Okay, the sodium halide and quaternary ammonium cyanide, and this quaternary ammonium cyanide will now move towards this organic phase. Why? Because this quaternary ammonium cyanide is having an organic group which can soluble in organic phase also. Okay, and here we can write Q plus Cn minus, and here another reactant is there, that is alkyl halide, Rx, alkyl halide, and it is another reactant. Then now this quaternary ammonium cyanide will react with this one and exchanges this negative part and forms RCN. This CN will go here and it forms a product. See, this is our product, alkyl cyanide, and along with this one it will replace the CN with X, and here we will get Q plus X minus. Once again the PTC is reforming, and this PTC will now come to the aqueous phase, and it will start the cycle once again. Okay, see, this is the mechanism of use of amine salts as a phase transfer catalyst in a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Here we are explaining the mechanism for nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, first what happens here, one of the reactant is there, that is a sodium cyanide, and whenever we are adding the PTC, first that PTC will go into the aqueous medium and it will react with sodium cyanide and it will form the quaternary ammonium cyanide. And this quaternary ammonium cyanide, as it is containing an organic part also, it will come, or it will change from aqueous phase into the organic phase, and here it will react with one more reactant, that is RX, and it forms the final product. Okay, this is the reaction mechanism. Okay. And after studying this one, we have to study the merits, or we can say the uses of phase transfer catalyst. Merits or uses of phase transfer catalyst. The first one use is what? It helps to achieve faster reaction. It helps to achieve faster reaction. The second one use is what? It helps to obtain higher yields. It helps to obtain higher yields. Then it helps to make fewer byproducts. It helps to make fewer byproducts, and it helps to eliminate the need of expensive solvents. And the last one use is what? It helps to minimize waste. Okay, these are the merits or uses which we will get by the use of this PTC. Okay, thank you.